You might be super social. You might have no problem making friends. You might have roommates. You might have a big, large, loud family. You might have a bunch of people surrounding you that love you. Yet most times when we find ourselves sitting alone with no distractions, no TV on, no music, no phone scrolling, no people, we feel uncomfortable. Right? We feel a little antsy. And we might even say that we don't really know ourselves that well. And I'll tell you this, I think most people believe that they do know themselves, but they don't. Most people don't know how to sit with themselves in solitude. Most people don't understand why they have the beliefs they have, why they think the way they do, why they feel so angry or depressed or negative, even when they have all these wonderful people around them. So today we're going to talk about something that's super underrated, but one of the most important things, if not the most important thing that we can learn to do, and that is to be alone. And notice I didn't say lonely, I mean alone, because they are very, very different things. And I think that as a society, we kind of intertwine them as one and the same. And that difference is going to be the thing that changes the way that you show up in your life, the way that you manifest, the way that you achieve things. That's going to be the difference in how you feel on a random Tuesday afternoon or when you are sitting alone with no distractions. And I'm going to explain and show you why they're so different and why being alone, not lonely, is so vital for your happiness and your peace and your success. If you're new here, I'm Sarah, and I created this entire channel to give you everyday little practical ways to understand yourself deeper, to understand the world around you, and to bring peace, joy, love, abundance, all the beautiful things into your life. And we do this here by self-mastery and spirituality. And if you want something that's more dialed in than these broad YouTube videos, I would recommend downloading my app Limitless You for a more customized day-to-day personal experience so that you can grow and evolve and finally design the life that you've always dreamed of. Here's the thing, the person that you are going to spend the most of your life with isn't your family or your spouse or your friends or your kids or whoever. It's you. And most of us have never learned how to actually enjoy that. And I was one of those people, right? I always had to be around other people. I always had to be distracted until I learned this. We have been taught that being alone is a problem to be solved. Right? Like if you're not out with your friends or on a date or building a relationship, something's wrong, right? Like you're failing. And I want to challenge that today because that could be the one thing that's actually preventing you from leveling up in your life. So here's the big question, right? And I want you to answer this yes or no in the comments below. Do you genuinely enjoy spending time by yourself? Simple question. Or do you only feel at ease and comfortable, or like you can only be yourself when you're with other people? Here's the thing, there's nothing wrong with either answer, right? We are all wired differently. Some of us become more alive around people. Some of us recharge in solitude. Some of us, like myself, are a little mix of both. Think about like movies and TVs and stuff. The person that is alone, right, almost never has it figured out. There's always a problem to solve. There's always something to achieve. There's always a person to find and connect with. It's a person trying to find someone else in some capacity to feel complete. But that's a story, right? It's not real life. And if you keep hammering yourself and allowing society to continue to tell you this, you're going to be searching for something that's missing when there's nothing actually missing. All right, so let's bring it back to something practical, because you can understand the concept all you want, but if you don't know how to actually implement it, then it's kind of a moot point, right? So here's the first like shift you can make. When you are alone, stop allowing yourself to make decisions based on what other people expect of you. This is when you stop asking things like, you know, what will my friends think? How will this perform online? Does this make sense for my niche? Will this person, or this person approve of this? Will this person think that I'm doing this wrong? And when you start filtering those things out, and this is something that is a work in progress with me still, but this is when you start to ask the questions that matter, right? If you remove all of that and you start in place asking yourself questions like, does this make me happy? Is this something I want to do or feel like I should do? What do I enjoy when no one's watching? What kind of life lights me up from the inside and not what I am supposed to like, right? So for example, social media, right? You see all of these people living these grand, beautiful lives with all these cars and vacations and this and that. And some people just don't want that. Maybe you're someone who wants to live off the grid and grow your own food and have solar power and raise animals, right? And so that life doesn't excite you, it doesn't light you up. But because it's what the expectations are, you're following that path and never feeling fulfilled. You're always going to be chasing something because of other people's expectations and not what you actually enjoy doing. And they might seem like simple questions, but these are the questions you have to ask yourself so that you're chasing and aligning with the life that you want versus the one that has been bestowed upon you. And here's the thing. You can only answer these types of questions when you are alone, when you are sitting in the quiet, when you're in the shower or the car or in meditation. Okay, there's a huge reason meditation is so helpful for so many things, for so much clarity. If you don't know who you are, if you don't know why you are the way that you are, how are you supposed to know what you truly want? It's deconditioning and deconstructing parental standards, society standards, your friends, your spouse, work, whoever, and starting to know yourself at a deeper level without all of the distractions and the noise. Because you can't know what you truly want if you're allowing all of these other things to guide you and make those decisions for you. You know what I mean? So knowing you should be comfortable alone and actually being comfortable alone are two very different things. And it took me a little bit to kind of go through this change and transformation. And now I crave it. I crave my recharge time, my solitude time, and it's nothing against the people in my life. I love everyone in my life. I love being around them, spending time with them. But there's something really potent and calming and refreshing of having my alone time. And a big part of that is because I'm not afraid of my mind, right? I think that a really big reason why people don't know themselves is because they're afraid to sit alone with their thoughts. And so if you're one of these people, I ask you, why? What are you scared of finding? Wouldn't you rather, instead of ruminating over something that happened or something that was said or whatever, wouldn't you rather understand why it is that way? And that way it doesn't have to have such a hold and a grip on you. You see, when we're afraid to be alone with our own thoughts, when you are just distracting yourself and doing anything that you can to escape that, it's the number one reason you feel so shitty. Like, there's the paradox right there, right? Once you allow yourself to dive a little deep, do a little layering, right, uncovering, that's when you'll start to feel better. That's when things will start to make sense. That's when you'll be able to slowly redirect your life in a way that you want versus what everyone else wants for you. If you are scared of your thoughts, I invite you to sit in silence for, like, one of the things you do during the day, I was gonna say like 5-10 minutes. You don't have to sit in meditation if that's like overwhelming for you. Although if you want like to check out meditation for beginners, I'll check out this video. I'll post this video right here. Replace something that you normally do, like with screens, with someone else, with a phone, and don't bring it. For example, brushing your teeth or showering or going to the bathroom or something like this, your skincare at night, whatever it is, like a little routine that you do that's like 5-10 minutes, instead of leave your phone in another room, okay? And just be with yourself, be with your thoughts. There's a reason all of these epiphanies come to you when you're in the shower. I promise it is just such a magnificent difference in the quality of your life, in the quality of your mind, and your own personal safety when you don't hide from yourself. Other things that you can do that I've done is go to the movies by yourself, go mini golfing by yourself, go to an arcade by yourself, go out to eat by yourself. I love doing all of those things. If you don't like to do those things, it doesn't mean you're broken or that you lack independence. It just means it's something you haven't practiced yet. It is a skill. Learning to enjoy your solitude is a skill to be practiced, like with pretty much everything I talk about on this channel. And I promise, like, in all of my years of self-development and learning and exploring and all the things that I've worked on and continue to work on, I would say that this has been the biggest change of my life in a positive way. I would say this transformation of always needing to be distracted or around other people versus genuinely enjoying my time alone. If I could only choose one thing that I could have changed from prior to doing this work to now, that's the one thing I would choose. That's the thing that's made the biggest difference. You don't need to be afraid of yourself. Once you learn to enjoy the time with yourself, you will also learn to trust yourself, and that energy spews out to everything else. And that way your life is more enjoyable. It will have this domino effect that will make everything way better. So I hope you guys found value in this video. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe so we can hang out in the next video. And check out my app, Limitless You, if you're looking for something to work little by little every day with all of this. Love you so much, and don't forget, be limitlessly yourself.